She stood there like she owned the world, sunglasses on, clipboard in hand, barking orders at the workers like some kind of movie director. Her fake French manicure pointed left, then right, then straight into my land like it was hers. "Raise the balcony another foot. I don't want shade blocking my sunset," she said, sipping from a pink thermos. What she didn't know was that every nail, every brick, every inch of that $6 million villa was mine. Not hers. Mine. I watched from across. The street, lawn chairs slightly reclined, sipping my iced tea while she boasted around contractors like a Hollywood diva. The villa was massive. 5 bedrooms, a marble kitchen, wraparound balconies, a pool with LED-lit fountains, and the best part, it was built exactly where my old barn used to be. A year ago, a fire took down everything I had on this land. She called it an eyesore and cheered when the flames died down. She even petitioned the HOA to reclaim the land for neighborhood development. They tried to say the property had reverted to HOA control since no structure remained. But I never left. I just waited, and she poured millions into this place using investor money and branded every HOA meeting how it would raise community value. She never even filed for proper permits. She thought the HOA gave her all the power she needed. She was wrong, because what she didn't know was that I bought back the land title under a shell company 3 months before the first shovel ever hit the dirt, and now the villa was done, fully built, fully mine, and she was about to find out the hard way. The day she planned her grand ribbon cutting, I showed up in boots, jeans, and a dusty flannel. Exactly the kind of look she hated. HOA board members were milling around, clapping, sipping champagne, under white tents. A local news van had even pulled up, ready to film what she was calling the future of luxury HOA living. She saw me walking across the lawn and narrowed her eyes like I was some stray dog. "You need to leave," she snapped. "This is a private HOA function." I didn't answer. I just kept walking slow and steady until I stood right in front of the giant black and gold banner that said Miller Villa Estates Grand Opening. Then I pulled a folded document from my back pocket and held it out. "What is this?" she scoffed, not even taking it at first. "Go ahead. Read it out loud for your friends." She yanked it from my hand, eyes darting across the lines. First annoyed, then confused, then pale. Her voice cracked. This is fake. This has to be fake." One of the HOA board members stepped forward and took the paper from her. After a few seconds, he looked at me. You're the owner of Horizon Holdings, LLC. Since February, I nodded. Same LLC that owns this entire land plot. Bought it from the county. Quiet title judgment cleared it. Every inch of this property belongs to me. Karen stumbled back like I'd shoved her. No. This was declared HOA common land. You can't just, I cut her off, and I did. You built your dream home on my dirt. There was a silence, long, awkward. Even the news crew had stopped filming the crowd and started pointing their camera at us. Then came the twist she really wasn't ready for. I looked at the camera and said calmly, "And I'm officially pressing charges for trespassing, illegal construction, and property theft. Hope you kept your receipts." Her mouth fell open. And just like that, her dream ribbon tutting became the opening ceremony of her downfall. She tried to laugh it off. "This is absurd. Nobody's going to believe a hillbilly like you over me. I have HOA backing. I have investors." But nobody laughed with her. The board members stepped away like she had a disease. Even her lawyer, who'd been bragging earlier about Karen's real estate genius, pretended to take a phone call and walked off. I could see the panic crawling up her throat. She was sweating now, that pink thermos she always carried. Her hand was shaking so hard, she dropped it. "Don't do this," she said under her breath, stepping closer. "We can figure something out. Split it. I'll give you a percentage once the sales roll in." That's when I smiled. Just enough for her to know the game was over. "You built a $6 million mansion on a man's land. The only thing you're getting is a court summons. Right on cue, my guy from the county recorder's office pulled up. Gray suit, badge clipped to his belt. He handed Karen a thick envelope. She opened it like a kid opening a report card. They knew was bad. Her eyes skimmed the pages, lips moving. Brain trying to process the words cease and desist, official eviction, notice of forfeit. "This is a joke," she whispered. "You can't just steal it from me. This was supposed to be mine. Everyone said it would be mine." That's the funny thing about land. It doesn't care how loud you talk or how fancy your wine is. It only answers to one thing: paperwork. A few people clapped, literally. "The HOA treasurer," he muttered. "We told her not to skip permit filing." Then came the final blow. From the end of the driveway, a black SUV rolled in. Out stepped a woman in uniform, tan slacks, dark green shirt, wide brim hat. Park Ranger Authority. She raised a document. "Karen Miller, you're under investigation for illegal development on federally surveyed land. This villa cuts across a protected waterway easement and you're liable." Karen went ghost white. I didn't say a word. I just turned, walked back across the lawn, and sat in my chair. I took another sip of tea and watched as the dream she stole turned into the nightmare she earned. She didn't go quietly. Of course she didn't. Karen started shouting. First at the ranger, then at the news crew, then at the HOA board, like somehow someone would step in and save her. "This is a setup. He tricked us all. I demand a vote. I am the HOA president." But nobody was listening anymore. Her voice was just noise now. People were filming, whispering, backing away like they were afraid her mess might rub off on them. The ranger calmly radioed for backup while Karen kept waving her arms, screaming about lawsuits and "how dare you." And then the moment that really sealed it, her investors showed up. 3 of them, all in suits. One of them, the guy in the blue tie, walked up to her and didn't even blink. "Karen, you told us the land was clear. You said you owned it outright." "I did," she stammered. I thought I did. I was going to. It was just a technicality." "It's not a technicality. When we just lost $6 million, you told us the permits were in progress. You said the HOA had authority." None of that was true, was it? She tried to respond. Nothing came out. The second investor shook his head and looked straight at me. "Are you willing to sell?" Karen spun around. "You can't ask him that. This is my project. I built this." "No, Karen," I said, standing up slow. "You stole this." And then I hit her with it. The last twist she never saw coming. I reached into my back pocket and pulled out another paper. A copy of the footage. Drone video, time-stamped, high-res, showing every phase of construction, every trespass, every illegal dig. All of it saved, all of it legal, and more importantly, all of it handed over to the sheriff's office last week. You're not just losing this house, you're about to lose everything tied to it, investors, position, and soon, probably, your freedom. The ranger gently tapped her arm. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to come with me." Karen's jaw dropped. "Are you arresting me?" "Not yet," the ranger said calmly. "But we are detaining you for questioning, and I suggest you stop yelling in front of the cameras." Karen didn't resist, but her hands trembled as the ranger guided her toward the SUV. Phones were out, neighbors were watching, and just like that, the queen of the HOA was being escorted off the throne she built on someone else's hand.